Number 101. Instead of get away, we could use escape. For example, the prisoners escaped through a tunnel. Number 102. Instead of go back over, we could use review. For example, let's review the notes before the exam. Number 103. Instead of talk, we could use converse. For example, the two scientists conversed about their discoveries. Number 104. Instead of think about, we could use contemplate. For example, she contemplated the offer carefully before accepting. Number 105. Instead of look at again, we could use re-examine. For example, the team re-examined the evidence thoroughly. Number 106. Instead of give up, we could use relinquish. For example, he relinquished his position to pursue another career. Number 107. Instead of ask for, we could use request. For example, the student requested an extension on the assignment. Number 108. Instead of look into, we could use investigate. For example, authorities are investigating the cause of the incident. Number 109. Instead of wait for, we could use await. For example, we eagerly await the final results. Number 110. Instead of look after, we could use supervise. For example, she supervises the interns during training. Number 111. Instead of say no, we could use decline. For example, he politely declined the invitation. Number 112. Instead of bring up, we could use mention. For example, he mentioned his concerns during the meeting. Number 113. Instead of go down, we could use decrease. For example, the temperature decreased overnight. Number 114. Instead of go up, we could use increase. For example, prices have increased significantly this year. Number 115. Instead of come before, we could use precede. For example, the introduction precedes the main text. Number 116. Instead of come after, we could use succeed. For example, the vice president succeeded the former leader. Number 117. Instead of help out, we could use contribute. For example, everyone contributed to the project's success. Number 118. Instead of show clearly, we could use illustrate. For example, the chart illustrates the company's growth. Number 119. Instead of keep, we could use retain. For example, employees should retain their ID cards at all times. Number 120. Instead of go back, we could use revert. For example, they decided to revert to the original plan. Number 121. Instead of use, we could use utilize. For example, students are encouraged to utilize all available resources. Number 122. Instead of talk about, we could use address. For example, the report addresses environmental issues. Number 123. Instead of say, we could use state. For example, he stated his opinion firmly. Number 124. Instead of build again, we could use reconstruct. For example, the city was reconstructed after the earthquake. Number 125. Instead of give, we could use provide. For example, the brochure provides useful travel tips. Number 126. Instead of set up, we could use establish. For example, the foundation was established in 1990. Number 127. Instead of take away, we could use remove. For example, please remove your belongings from the hallway. Number 128. Instead of start again, we could use resume. For example, they resumed negotiations after the break. Number 129. Instead of go together, we could use accompany. For example, she was accompanied by her assistant. Number 130. Instead of think hard, we could use reflect. For example, the speaker reflected on his past experiences. Number 131. Instead of fix, we could use repair. For example, the technician repaired the broken screen. Number 132. Instead of go faster, we could use accelerate. For example, new policies accelerated economic recovery. Number 133. Instead of slow down, we could use decelerate. For example, traffic decelerated due to heavy rain. Number 134. Instead of ask, we could use inquire. For example, they inquired about the refund process. Number 135. Instead of get rid of, we could use eliminate. For example, the program aims to eliminate poverty. Number 136. Instead of move around, we could use navigate. For example, it's hard to navigate the city without a map. Number 137. Instead of look for, we could use seek. For example, many graduates are seeking employment. Number 138. Instead of think, we could use consider. For example, the board is considering all possible outcomes. Number 139. Instead of begin again, we could use restart. For example, he restarted his computer to fix the glitch. Number 140. Instead of put off, we could use postpone. For example, the meeting was postponed due to weather conditions. Number 141. Instead of write down, we could use document. For example, please document all expenses clearly. Number 142. Instead of let know, we could use inform. For example, she informed her manager about the delay. Number 143. Instead of make sure, we could use ensure. For example, we must ensure safety protocols are followed. Number 144. Instead of make worse, we could use worsen. For example, pollution has worsened air quality. Number 145. Instead of make better, we could use enhance. For example, the new design enhances user experience. Number 146. Instead of say again, we could use reaffirm. For example, the President reaffirmed his support for the policy. Number 147. Instead of look closely, we could use examine. For example, doctors examined the patient's condition thoroughly. Number 148. Instead of give attention, we could use focus. For example, students should focus on their studies. Number 149. Instead of stop doing, we could use discontinue. For example, they discontinued the service due to low demand. Number 150. Instead of cut down, we could use reduce. For example, the factory reduced its emissions by 20%. Number 151. Instead of make smaller, we could use minimize. For example, try to minimize distractions while working. Number 152. Instead of get back, we could use retrieve. For example, you can retrieve the files from the backup. Number 153. Instead of check, we could use verify. For example, please verify your email address to continue. Number 154. Instead of end, we could use conclude. For example, the speaker concluded her talk with a powerful message. Number 155. Instead of guess, we could use estimate. For example, we estimate the project will take 6 weeks. Number 156. Instead of try hard, we could use strive. For example, he strives for excellence in everything he does. Number 157. Instead of think up, we could use devise. For example, the team devised a strategy to solve the problem. Number 158. Instead of use up, we could use exhaust. For example, the hikers exhausted all their supplies. Number 159. Instead of tell, we could use inform. For example, they informed the client about the delay. Number 160. Instead of take in, we could use absorb. For example, plants absorb sunlight during photosynthesis. Number 161. Instead of talk more, we could use elaborate. For example, could you elaborate on that idea? Number 162. Instead of give out, we could use distribute. For example, the flyers were distributed throughout the neighborhood. Number 163. Instead of go ahead, we could use proceed. For example, you may proceed with the application. Number 164. Instead of leave out, we could use omit. For example, please do not omit any details in your report. Number 165. Instead of bring back, we could use restore. For example, the government aims to restore public trust. Number 166. Instead of give back, we could use return. For example, he returned the borrowed book. Number 167. Instead of look closely, we could use inspect. For example, the engineer inspected the equipment thoroughly. Number 168. Instead of put together, we could use compile. For example, they compiled the data into a single report. Number 169. Instead of talk to, we could use communicate. For example, it's important to communicate effectively in a team. Number 170. Instead of go away, we could use depart. For example, the train will depart at 6 p.m. sharp. Number 171. Instead of work on, we could use tackle. For example, the committee will tackle the issue next week. Number 172. Instead of talk fast, we could use ramble. For example, he tends to ramble when nervous. Number 173. Instead of keep going, we could use persist. For example, she persisted despite all obstacles. Number 174. Instead of give more, we could use supplement. For example, the teacher supplemented the textbook with videos. Number 175. Instead of take over, we could use assume. For example, she assumed control of the project. Number 176. Instead of find, we could use discover. For example, the scientist discovered a new species. Number 177. Instead of change, we could use modify. For example, the terms were modified to suit all parties. Number 178. Instead of think ahead, we could use anticipate. For example, we must anticipate potential problems. Number 179. Instead of write again, we could use revise. For example, he revised the essay before submission. Number 180. Instead of take away, we could use withdraw. For example, they withdrew their support for the bill. Number 181. Instead of show off, we could use boast. For example, he boasted about his achievements. Number 182. Instead of go back, we could use regress. For example, the patient regressed after initial progress. Number 183. Instead of let happen, we could use permit. For example, smoking is not permitted here. Number 184. Instead of ask for again, we could use reclaim. For example, he reclaimed his lost property. Number 185. Instead of speak clearly, we could use articulate. For example, the student articulated her ideas well. Number 186. Instead of go around, we could use circulate. For example, the newsletter was circulated to all staff. Number 187. Instead of blow up, we could use explode. For example, the device exploded upon impact. Number 188. Instead of bring down, we could use diminish. For example, his influence has diminished over time. Number 189. Instead of speed up, we could use expedite. For example, they expedited the shipping process. Number 190. Instead of take part, we could use participate. For example, students are encouraged to participate in discussions. Number 191. Instead of get used to, we could use adapt. For example, she adapted quickly to the new environment. Number 192. Instead of look for again, we could use reassess. For example, we need to reassess our goals. Number 193. Instead of settle, we could use resolve. For example, they resolved their disagreement peacefully. Number 194. Instead of pick up, we could use acquire. For example, he acquired new skills during the course. Number 195. Instead of think deeply, we could use deliberate. For example, the jury deliberated for hours. Number 196. Instead of go after, we could use pursue. For example, she is pursuing a degree in law. Number 197. Instead of go away fast, we could use vanish. For example, the fog vanished by noon. Number 198. Instead of say yes, we could use approve. For example, the proposal was approved by the committee. Number 199. Instead of bring together, we could use unite. For example, the event united people from various cultures. Number 200. Instead of say again, we could use reiterate. For example, he reiterated his point for clarity.